All right, well, good evening, everybody. My name is Jacqueline Strazula, Senior Manager of Product Programs, and I welcome you this evening to our annual Caregiver and Leader Training. We are going to have a ton of information to share with you. We will do our best to answer all the questions as they come in. I would ask that you keep yourself muted throughout the training and ask your questions in the chat. And if there's anything that we can't answer, we will answer and address at a later time. And then, anything that you see, we should answer pretty much everything tonight. I hope so. We did very well at our coordinator training, answering everybody's questions. So, without further ado, I would like to welcome Todd Wingen to the party. Todd, are you here?
I'm here, Jacqueline. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, and you are now a co-host along with Doug from M2. So we are ready to go whenever you guys are.
Okay, very good. Can you now see my slides come up? Hello?
I don't mean to interrupt, but I can't get into the meeting. It's telling me the passcode is wrong. Online.
The passcode was in the email that was sent that you received when you signed up. The passcode should
all of that's in there, and I used it, and it says invalid.
It took me a while to get into it. It kept telling me invalid.
Would you be able to log out and try back again?
I mean, I keep closing out Zoom and keep trying to rejoin, and it still is telling me no.
Did you type in fall or the number?
Yes. Fall.
With capital F?
Yes.
It took me a while too.
Yeah, so the passcode was incorrect. Please try again.
Yeah, that's the only passcode that we have for the evening.
I did log out and then logged back in and it worked. So that might work.
Make sure you're clicking, if you're using a phone, make sure you're using the mobile access versus the computer access. That tip sometimes has a difference.
No, I'm on my laptop. I called in by phone.
I'm not quite sure how to help them with that. I would just ask that you try again if you can, or try a different device to log in with.
Let me see if I can get this to work.
I'm going to go ahead and continue so that we can stay on track for this evening. All right.
Okay, Jacqueline, are you able to see my slides now and hear my audio okay?
Yep.
Okay, great. So to get started, we've got some basic information about the program. There's multiple ways for girls and troops to participate in your treats and program for this fall. There are two primary categories: the magazines, which allow for online ordering, renewing of magazine subscriptions, and the nuts and chocolate, which have both the opportunity for in-person ordering with the nut card and two online opportunities: online girl delivered and direct shipped option of nuts and chocolates. A little bit of a review back to 2021. Your participation overall for the NYPENN Council area was down a little bit. However, your PGA, or your per girl sales average, was up nicely. Your nut card in-person sales increased, and the online girl delivers increased. Girl delivered credit card paid increased a good amount, over 10%. Direct ship was down a little bit, but when you take into account the increase in magazines, your total sales were up 2.7% across the council last year. So great job with those efforts and results. So we've got momentum going into the 2022 program. Last month, we met with the coordinators at the service unit level and shared some stats about participation, basically the number of girls selling compared to registration at the service unit area level. And here are your top 10 top performers. So if your troop or Girl Scouts are within these service units, congratulations on an outstanding job last year in terms of the amount of girls participating in your area. Tioga Center Nichols, 97%, International Rapids, over 80% at 83. Shanuvius Davenport, 82.5. Jordan Elbridge, as you can see, 81%. Newfield, Delhi, Cato Meridian, Rambling River, Maple Valley, all over 70%. And then lastly, we had at number 10, another great job there by Sugar Moss. So those are your service unit superstars. So outstanding results there in terms of participation. It's the key to get as many of the girls participating within the troops and as many troops within the areas involved as possible. So that's always the goal in the fall. Here on this next slide, you see the top selling products as far as the in-person orders and the online girl delivered. So all the products that were delivered to you at the troop level and then on to the customers. Peanut Butter Bears, #1, followed by the Dulce de Leche Owls, Caramel Caps, Pecan Clusters, Peanut Butter Trail, as you can see, and #6 is the Fruit Slices. On the left-hand side of the screen is the actual nut and candy in-person order card for this year, which also represents the lineup for your online girl delivered. So that is your product lineup. It worked well last year. It's fairly consistent with this year, except for a couple of changes that I'll mention here in a moment. One point, and you'll hear more about the specifics from Doug shortly, is that all of your girls' online orders that are placed by customers will automatically be transmitted into the system in all of the reports, the delivery tickets, give calculations for rewards and patches and financials. However, in-person nut card sales require those orders to be entered into the system by someone. So a parent, a leader, a girl needs to enter the nut card sales into the M2 system, and then the reports will be auto-calculated as mentioned before, just as the online sales are. Your donation opportunity, Sweet Support, is really a growing and important part of how customers can support and how girls can get additional orders. Couple of key points: troops earn proceeds and girls earn credit for the rewards and patches for any of the donation items. There's even a special Care to Share patch available for girls that participate in this part of the program. Your donation sales were amazing last year. The number of items inherently an important part of the success for this past year for you all. Now, on this slide here, we show the top selling direct shipped items for 2021. And look at that, the donation all the way up at #1, followed by the Peanut Butter Bears, whole cashews, caramel caps, English butter toffee, and on down the list. So here you've got your top 20 products, but there are actually 35 total items available in the direct shipped category. So you've got more options than what we feature here in your top 20. We wanted to show you how some of those rank out in terms of popularity. Doug will talk more about the option for the online nuts and chocolate, but you've got not only the direct shipped, which features the longer list of products and having, of course, the willingness to have these products shipped directly to their home and pay for those charges, but there is also the online, the girl delivered opportunity, which is available for customers to order from the shorter list of products, as I mentioned, but there is no need to pay for the shipping under that category, because the girls will come to you at the troop level and then be distributed out to customers by the girls with their other products received. And here is just, I guess, sort of an FYI about some of the other products that are available in the online Girl Scout store. We have several of the previous year's Girl Scout collectible tins. While supplies last, those will be loaded with the mint treasures like in past years. And we even have cookies and cream cups, if you're not aware of that, and mocha cups, a very growing in popularity product in a boxed chocolate style of packaging. We now I can show you a little bit here about the changes in the lineup. So Jacqueline and Ray and Sarah and the team always look at the stats and determine what are the best products to put into the actual lineup for the nut card for girls, or should they just be in the full lineup for the online store? And this year, we again kept it consistent with last year due to your success. However, each year we have a new collectible Girl Scout tin, and I'll show you that image here in a moment. And we have also a new holiday tin. The Girl Scout tin this season will be featuring the memory box theme. So we finished with the Girl Scout uniform theme for the past 3 years, which was very popular, but now we'll be moving into a series with a memory box. So it's a different style and shape, but the graphics are really nice. The lid is hinged, and as you open it up, you've got the mint chocolate, milk chocolate mint treasures, the individually wrapped delicious chocolates. And the memory box tin has got some really great designs that I think will be a very good one for the collectors of the Girl Scout tin every year. And your holiday tin this year features a winter scene with a chickadee pecking at nuts and seeds and a Girl Scout mitten. So this product on the girl order card will feature the milk chocolate pretzels, and it will be available with the same tin on your online Girl Scout store with the deluxe pecan clusters. And just a little bit about the gluten-free options available. Many customers may have a gluten-free sensitivity or a gluten sensitivity or allergy. And if asked, girls can certainly let customers know that there are plenty of options for those customers. So you'll have a little GF indication on the nut card and on the online store indicating that the 25 items that are gluten-free can be ordered, and you can be assured that they would be available for those customers too. We have here on the screen the link for girls and customers that want to see all the nutritionals, all the ingredients. So if it's someone really wants to see all that's available, they can do that through the link here that will also be featured in many places throughout the program. So as mentioned before about the online store and the direct shipping in particular, we're very happy to report that the direct shipping charges are only slightly higher than last season. So we kept things constant in 2021. And again, with all the discussion and information about inflation and rates going up on fuel and packaging, again, very happy to say that the rates are consistent with the previous year. So your customers are seeing that as a great way to support girls and troops, and it won't be a deterrent to have additional increased charges for those orders placed for direct shipped. A little bit of information about dates and delivery. You'll hear more in detail in a little bit, but the sale starts on October 1 and ends basically on the 2nd of November for the girl delivery, or the in-person and the online girl delivery. There is a little bit of an extension for the direct shipped online ordering and for the online magazines. So for later troops and for troops or for customers that need a little bit more time to get more sales in, those will still count for credit for the troop and the girls. The service unit deliveries of the initial order, the large order of the products, will happen between the 15th and the 19th of November. So you all will hear from your service unit coordinators about when it's advised that you can come and get your products and then have them available for distribution out to customers. Remember, there's no rounding up at the troop level, so you will receive the exact number of items that your girls have sold and then distribute them out, and you should be all set, and that should match up with your delivery ticket that you receive from your service unit coordinator and also available from the M2 operating system. And so I believe at this point we'll hold the questions until the end, right, Jacqueline? And if there are,
go ahead, sorry.
I'll just say, and put them into chat, but that's your call.
Yes, we can wait until the end, but I do have actually one question I've been forgetting to ask you, Todd.
Okay.
The Girl Scout tin, is there a design on the inside of the tin?
Well, there is, and also the description that we use of embossed, where the images or the logos and everything are raised. It's actually the other way around because it's intended to be kind of a wooden style of box. So it's debossed, or it's almost like it's been carved out.
Okay, very cool. All right.
Yeah, it is a nice one. I think everyone's going to like it.
Great. And yes, so I also want to clarify too that we do not have international shipping at this time. So, because that was a big question we had at our last training.
Okay.
All right.
So then at this point, I'll hand it over to Doug to take over the next section and discussion of the fun and simplicity of the M2 operating system.
Fantastic job, Todd. Always great to be able to salivate at looking at all those yummy Ashton Farms products. My job tonight is to introduce M2 Media to you. M2 Media provides the magazine subscription fulfillment, the rewards, the customer service, and the M2 operating system. The M2 operating system is the online system that the girls can create a storefront in a very fun and easy 5 to 7 minutes and be able to successfully launch the online component of this program. So I'm going to go over a short PowerPoint, and then I'll actually take all of you through. For those of you that are new, I'm going to take you through and walk you through how easy it is for a girl to sign up. And I'll do that in a live setting. But I want to mention this year, we've built something into that setting where the girl, the parent, the volunteer, caregivers, there is built into the system this year permission pledges. So when you log into your role or you log in to create a storefront with your daughter, there is the ability to read through and agree to the pledges that you are providing, that you'll be responsible and all of that for your role in this program. So that's built in the system. I'll show you in a little bit where that's going to be. We want to thank all of you. We want to thank all of you for all the years in the past of being able to support this program. You have a huge impact on this program. You motivating the girl to participate, you supporting her and encouraging her along the way is key to helping her learn through this experience and helping the troops earn the money that they're going to use to be able to create some really great fun adventures like travel and camp, and maybe even use the money to give back to the community. And then we all want you to understand that this program, along with the cookie program, really does fund the entire Girl Scout experience. Now, before I get into the nuts and bolts of everything, we just want to take a few minutes and talk about the why. The why, what is everybody's why? You have your why for being a volunteer, being a caregiver. The girls have their why for wanting to participate. The troops have their why. What I do is I travel around to different councils and I talk to the volunteers and I ask them, what are some things that the girls learn? And some of the 5 major skills that come up all the time are goal setting, money management, people skills, decision-making, and business ethics. And we all talk about, how this program from all the way up to GSUSA to the council level, to the service unit level, and to the troop level, how this really helps fund all those programs at all different levels for girl program, camp, troop activities, and giving back. And then I ask the volunteers, what do you believe the girls are learning from this? And they will raise their hands and they will say, you know what? We believe they learn responsibility and accountability. They learn email marketing, technology, customer service, how to say please and thank you and set goals. One of the most important things I always hear is they learn how to build their own self-esteem and they build their confidence level by stepping outside of their comfort zone, learning how to overcome rejection when not every customer will say yes to them. Those are really important things for being able to become more confident and successful in your later years and interact with people in a more productive way. They learn budgeting, money management through this program and working through the troop, empowerment, teamwork, and so much more, so many more things. So it's not just about magazines and yummy nuts and chocolates. It's really about starting a business at a very easy level where, boy, oh boy, if they just participate, we promise they're going to be successful. Every girl last year that created an online store in 5 to 7 minutes generated over $200 in sales. And again, it only took 5 to 7 minutes to generate those sales. It's really, really super easy. The experiences that they get out of this program, they do put the money towards camp and social engagements, badge ceremonies. Troops will go travel, whether it's locally across state lines to New York, Savannah, DC, NASA, overseas, all sorts of different really cool experiences. So understand that this program and all that they learn and all they get to experience is the why of why to motivate your daughters to participate in this program. Now, let me introduce to you the theme and the mascot. First of all, the theme is going to be an all-year theme for the first time ever. The Go Bright Ahead will be both the Treats and Reads program and the cookie program. So get used to the logo. It's a great logo, I think. It's a fun idea. And this year's mascot is going to be the Hawaiian monk seal, not years. This Treats and Reads program mascot. I'll show you what the cookie mascot will be in a little bit. But the mascot for the Treats and Reads program, fall 2022, is the Hawaiian monk seal. A few different things to teach your daughters and the Girl Scouts about is these are only found in Hawaii and a little piece of land just about 1,000 miles southwest of Hawaii called Johnston Atoll. Look it up on Google Earth. Show the girls what that is. I'm not gonna spoil the surprise, but these animals, beautiful animals, can get to 7 feet long, 600 pounds heavy, and live 30 plus years. They can hold their breath for 20 minutes, diving all the way down to 1,800 feet in a single breath and then back up. It is incredible what they are, but they're critically endangered. There are only 1,500 of them left on the planet, and that's due to accidental capture and fishing gear, hunting, habitat destruction. So teach the girls about these, because what we find in this program is the more the girls learn about the actual mascot, the more they want to participate in the program, because we have plush that mimic this mascot. So they want to earn that plush. They want to put it on their shelves and in their trophy case, if you will, as a memento of their work in this program. One of the whys of why troops want to participate is because very, very generous proceeds. One of the most generous in the entire country, actually. If a troop has a per girl average of $299 or less, they're going to receive 15% of all total sales. But if they get up to $300 in per girl average sales, they're going to get an extra 5% bonus on that for a total of 20%. And then it gets even better. The older troops for junior levels and above, if they decide to opt out of receiving rewards, they will still get all the patches, but they will also get a 5% bonus, bringing their total proceeds up to a nation high of 25% of all sales. Last year, without any bonuses at all, the average girl brought in $292 in total sales. That's online and on the order card. Without any bonuses, that means they generated $43.80 on average towards their troop for each girl that participated. All right, let me touch on, there's our website, our system, our M2OS operating system, we call it, platform is another word for it. It has really 3 dimensions. It has the girl experience, the customer experience, and then the volunteer experience. So I'm going to touch on the girl experience, show you the customer experience in just a couple slides, and then talk about, for the troop leaders that are on this call tonight, I'm going to talk about their experience real quickly. Then I'm going to take you live into the real girl experience. But I want to make sure everybody understands, if you're new to the program, the avatar is our signature feature. The avatar is a way for the girl to build a likeness of herself online, which is going to be her little salesperson. And she gets to make the avatar look like herself. She makes the avatar sound like herself, all within that 5 to 7 minutes that I told you. And then she gets to walk away from the system and let the system do the work for her. She'll come back as often as she wants to, and she will continuously see more and more sales as this goes on. Again, building her confidence. I tried something technologically online, and I didn't know if it would work. I walked away, I came back, and whoa, look at that. It works. So how to get started. Every single girl in Girl Scouts of NYPENN can go ahead and get started on the very first day of the sale simply by typing in the URL into their browser. Now, the URL can be found in 2 different places at least. One of them is on the flyer that's going to be handed out to the girls that looks like the one on the left. Right in the middle of the flyer in that dark blue area is the URL, gsnutsandmags.com/gsnipen. When they type that into the browser, they're going to be landing on this landing page. Now, obviously, it's going to say GSNIPEN at the top, and then click on create an account and start the 5 to 7 minute process of creating their online store, sharing links to their storefront, and then even managing the program after that. I'll show you that live in a little bit. But the girls, after they create their avatar, they have the ability to earn a patch with their avatar on it, and they can even have some fun designing the patch. They can pick between having the outfit that they originally designed their avatar in, stay on the patch, or they, for the sake of the patch, can change out of that outfit into a wetsuit or a swim outfit while they're standing on the beach with either a seal and the snorkeling gear or the seal and the paddleboard and paddle behind them. Now, what does it take to actually earn this patch? In the system, all they need to do when they're creating their storefront is enter 18 or more email addresses of family members, relatives, and or, with your help, coworkers that you may interact with. People that they believe would be supportive of them. And remember, I always tell the parents, do you have some of those coworkers that ask you to buy cookie dough and gift wrap and all those sorts of things for their child's fundraisers? Well, now's the opportunity for you to ask for that support back for your Girl Scout. In the system, I'll show you how they can share a link to their storefront via Twitter, Facebook, or text messaging. And so if they do that one time, they enter 18 emails, and then when they reach $325 in total sales, that can be order card sales, online sales, or a combination thereof. It could be all magazines, it could be all nuts and chocolates, or a combination too. But once they hit $325 in total sales, that patch will automatically go into production right away and then be mailed to their home. There's a second patch that they can earn, and that is called the Cookie Crossover Patch, the one on the right-hand side. And look at what the mascot is for the cookie program. But how do they earn this? This is a really neat thing too, because not only can they earn one patch, but they get to earn 2 patches with their avatar on it. So all they need to do is participate in both programs, meet the criteria of both seasons, and then they will have both patches. And look at the design. When you actually have the patches side by side, the horizons go together from day into night, and the water lines stay the same. So it is really neat to put those patches together. All the girls need to do in the fall is launch their online store with those 18 or more email addresses and share their storefront at least one time. Why do we make it so easy in the fall? Because of the fact that last year, every girl that created their online store generated over $200 in average sales. So we know that it's going to work. That's why we make it so easy. In the cookie program, what happens is in January, they're going to get an email from our system congratulating them on meeting the criteria for the fall, and then giving a picture of the patch, and then letting them know that all they need to do to finally earn this patch is enter 18 emails into the digital order card, as well as sell 60 or more packages on the digital order card. If they do meet those criteria, which are very easy as well, they will earn this second patch, which will be mailed to their house too. We've built some tools into the system. Even though I told you it takes 5 to 7 minutes to create the online store, any girl that's so motivated to want to really get a bunch of orders, I'll show you on their dashboard where they can access these. But what you see is you see door hangers, you see business cards, and you see the ad that would come up on friends and family's cell phones when they share the link to their storefront. It has their avatar on it. But our system builds these for the girl. There's an icon for a personalized door hanger. There's an icon for the business cards. They just click on the icon. These images come up on their screen. They can print them out, use some scissors, create a pile of these, and then hand them out to family members, relatives, dentists, orthodontists, asking them to be able to be supportive of them as they forge through the Treats and Reads program. Now, another reason girls like to participate is because not only is it easy and fun, but there are some wonderful rewards to earn. On the back of the order card and in the website where all the rewards are managed are all of the images of the rewards. There's wonderful patches, there's plush, there's keychains, there's dry bags, there's t-shirts, journals, So many more things, even a water safari that I see on there. There are so many really cool things, and everything's cumulative. So the higher the girl grows in sales, the more items she will receive at each level that she reaches. So there's a little bit more of a zoomed in image of all the rewards and the patches available, and then the criteria. But take a look at the order card, because you'll be able to see how all these work. Some of these are super easy to earn. You know, if they just go ahead and enter their enter 18 emails, they're going to receive the swimming seal patch, you know, and when they go ahead and sell only 15 items or 5 care to share items, 3 magazines, they get all these different things and then more. So that's the girl experience that I'm going to end up showing you live in a second. But let's talk about the buyer experience. I keep talking about emails. So the girl creates her website or creates her online store in 5 to 7 minutes, enters 18 emails or more into the system. Those emails will automatically be generated by the system on behalf of the girl and sent to the buyer. The buyer will receive the email, open it up, and will be the girl's avatar. A little bit about the program, addressing the customer in their first name, and also providing a link at the bottom of the email that will get that customer directly onto her storefront. When the customer clicks the link to the storefront, this page opens up, and there's her avatar with a paragraph right next to her avatar that basically tells the customer why Girl Scouting is important to her, what her individual goal is, and what her troop plans to do with the money. So all troop leaders out there right now, start having the discussion with your troops. Ask them as a group, what do we want to do with the money we're about to earn from the Treats and Reads program? Where do we want to go? How much is it going to cost? Let's do some budgeting. Let's do some figuring and see what it's going to take for all of us to participate to meet our goal and then to be able to have that experience. Underneath that paragraph is a play button. When the customer clicks the play button, the girl's avatar will appear on the customer's screen underneath the spotlight, delivering a personalized message that the girl recorded herself. So that avatar will be talking in the girl's voice. That 99 out of 100 times puts a smile on a customer's face. And if we can do that, the girl can do that, they will be supportive and start shopping. They'll click on the magazine storefront, or they'll click on the nuts and chocolate storefront. If they click on the nut and chocolate storefront, as Todd mentioned a little bit earlier, our system is going to present the customer with 2 choices before the customer shops for those nuts and chocolates. The choices are, would you like the items you're about to buy from the nut and chocolate storefront to be delivered to you by the girl herself after the program is over, where you don't have to pay for shipping, or do you prefer the convenience of Federal Express delivering these to you where you don't mind paying for shipping? And as a bonus, you get those 5 to 7 days after you place your order. Depending on the choice, depends on, as Todd mentioned, the number of items that show up in the storefront. If they choose the Federal Express option, all 35 different items show up. If they choose the girl delivery option, the items on the order card will show up only on the storefront. And then after the customer makes the purchase, they will receive from the system a confirmation email with the girl's avatar, the order number, all the details, shipping information. And then at the very bottom of the email will be our customer service number, email address, and website for them to be able to go to ask any types of questions that they have about the integrity of the order, the ordering more, getting magazines, when's my first subscription coming, anything that they have a question about, they can call our customer service and we will make sure that customer is happy with the service that we provide and gets answers to their questions. So real quickly, I want to focus on the troop leaders. The troop leaders, all of you get the opportunity to create your own avatar too. We have an adult avatar builder with some great adult features for you to be able to build your avatar. And what's going to happen is tomorrow, you're going to get an email from the system. Mark your calendar, look at your clock, set your alarm, because sometime before noon, most likely, for sure by dinner time, this should be dropping in your inbox. If you don't see it by dinner time, look in your spam, look in your junk, just to make sure it didn't drop in there. But the email will be coming from email@gsnutsandmags.com. Troop leaders, when you open up that email, the first thing you're going to be able to do is create your own password. Then you're going to watch a troop training video that will remind you of all the different features and links on your dashboard. Once you've completed watching that in its entirety, you will go ahead and create your avatar, design your patch, and then be able to activate this really cool feature for all of the parents on the call. This is called the Parent Adult Email Campaign. It allows our system to send an email on your behalf to all of the parents in your troop. So when you get to this page, all the email addresses of the parents will be listed here, because we as parents, we don't always know what's going on from every meeting that our girls have with the Girl Scouts. Kind of like school too. Sometimes they come home, hey, how was your day? Oh, it was fine. What'd you do? Oh, nothing. You know, we don't always get that information. This is the opportunity for you to connect with the parents and let the parents know what's going on and that this program has started. And in the email there'll be a link to go to that login page where they can create their, go with their girl onto the login page to create their online storefront. All we need you to do is to activate this by click the send and continue. You can activate this tomorrow, but know that none of the emails will flow out to the parents until October 1st. And after you activate it, this page will open up, allow you to see the email that's going to be going out to the parents. You can add more email addresses in there if you know that there's other adults involved and supportive of that girl's life, where they may too want to know that this program has started and can also join in motivating her to participate in this program. If you have Spanish-speaking parents or caregivers, you can go ahead and click, please send that email in Spanish as well. And then when you land on your dashboard, you'll be able to manage your program from your dashboard very easily. All the criteria, the comparisons of how things are going this year compared to last year are near the top. And then all of those links that your video that you just saw that trained you on how all these links work are down at the bottom. Lots of really neat features where you can message your parents directly through our system. We have all the email addresses, so use our messaging system to make your life a lot easier. You can help girls and parents enter their order card sales into the system by clicking on the Manage Paper Orders. You can help them select rewards if they need any help. You can see all the reports of how your troop's doing, and you can even enter and see all the banking and payments, and have the ability to earn your personalized patch too. When your troop reaches only $1,750 in troop sales, and you've activated the Parent Adult Email Campaign, you too will be able to have your patch go into production and get mailed directly to your home. And showing up on your dashboard, starting on November 4th, will be the delivery ticket link. Todd mentioned that once the delivery tickets are available, you will be able to get delivery tickets from your service unit coordinator, or you can generate them yourself by clicking on the delivery ticket link and generating delivery tickets for yourself, for the, as a troop, and for also the girls. So then when you go and pick up the product from your service unit, you can have them ready for the girls along with their delivery tickets so that everything equals out. And lastly, you can keep track of, when you click on banking and payments, you can keep track of all the payments that the girls make to you, the girls and the parents make to you right in the system. You don't have to write it down on a ledger or have sticky notes. Our system will allow you to select the girl's name. It'll show you how much she owes based off of her order card sales and what her balance is. And then when she makes a payment, you click on her name, enter the date, enter the amount she paid, make notes about how the payment was made, check, cash, Venmo, whatever, and any other promises or notes that you need to add to that payment. And Todd mentioned some of the previous dates. Just want to remind everybody that on October 1st, the program begins. And on November 1st, all the order card sales end. That's also going to be the last day, caregivers, for you to be able to enter your daughter's order card sales into the system. And troops, that'll be the last day that you can help the parents enter their order card sales into the system. On November 2nd, all the online girl delivered sales will end. No customers will be able to order items online to be girl delivered after November 2nd. This will also be the day that the service unit coordinators have to end putting in any more paper orders. So all paper orders need to be in the system totally by November 2nd. And then on November 8th, as Todd mentioned, all online sales completely end, and then the deliveries start on November 15th. So with that, I urge all of you to take a picture of this really quickly as I'm talking about it. Then I'm going to take you in and do a quick walkthrough to show you how quickly and easily the girls can go ahead and register for their online store. But the reason I ask you to take a picture of this is because if you have any questions, you can make this an attachment to an email response saying, hey, just reach out to the M2 customer service and they will be able to answer all your questions about product, rewards, deliveries, anything that you have a question on. Please ask them to call us. We don't want you to get frustrated in case you don't know all the answers. All right, I'm going to stop sharing that and then I will share my URL here and we will get started on being able to, let's see, where is it? I apologize. Let me hold on 2 seconds. Okay, there we go. Okay. So on the screen, you see, and now I have to go through a different council that is actually has an active sale right now because I can't even, nobody can create a storefront on GS NYPENN site until October 1st. So I'm going to go here and just, let's all pretend this is GS NYPENN. And when you land on this URL, which would be gsnutsandmags.com/GS NYPENN, this is where you'll land. You can simply click create an account. Our system is first going to ask for you to put in your zip code just to verify that you're in the website for the right council. And when you do put in the correct zip code related to GS NYPENN, you as the caregiver will be able to put in your information right here and you'll be able to then put in your email address and copy that over and then create your own password. Now, remember that one of the first slides that I put in here was the permission pledges. That will be located right below the password fields. There will be 3 different permissions that you simply need to scroll through and click that you understand and agree. And once you do all that, you'll be able to go ahead and register. This we provided to the GS NYPENN and not to this council because I don't know, GS NYPENN, you know, it really cares about you and making your life a lot easier. So we provided that feature that you'll see on there. When you go ahead and confirm all that, we go on to the first of 4 steps to be able to.
Thank you for participating in the Girl Scout product program. As you move through this activity, follow the prompts to create a personalized site where friends and family can shop online to help you reach your goal.
Now, I'm going to pause that because that is a little training video that will remind you of things in case you forget what I'm telling you. But all you need to do in step number 1 is go ahead and select your troop and then type in the last name and hit search. And when you see your name, simply click on it, choose, and there it appears on the screen. Now, you can't change the first name or the last name, but we do encourage you to go ahead and type in a nickname. So in case the girl's name is Elizabeth, but everybody knows her as Betsy, for instance, type Betsy in because that's the information that's going to go out to the customers so they understand who is asking them for support. Then we ask them to answer 3 simple questions. What does Girl Scouting mean to you? We have a drop-down menu of 5 choices. I always like to say, we make the world a better place. Now, in this case, this council has a goal of a certain number of magazines, a certain number of nuts and chocolates. As you saw in the criteria for the personalized patch, this will actually say for your council, $325. At any time, you can make this higher or lower if you'd like to. And then we ask a simple question. What does your Girl Scout troop plan to do with the money that they earn through this program? That's why I encourage you to have that conversation right away. Well, we've answered those 3 questions and look, there's the paragraph that'll show up on the girls' storefront. Being in Girl Scouts, I can make the world a better place. My goal is such and such, and we are trying to earn enough money to, in this case, travel to Washington, D.C. to tour the White House. Will you please help by shopping on my online site? After we confirm step number 1, which only took us about 20 seconds, we go to the very, really fun step of creating our avatar. We can create our own skin tones, our eye shapes. We can do our eye colors. We can have facial features, smiles, noses, freckles, masks, braces, all sorts of fun stuff that we can build our avatar with. And we can actually have different hairstyles. We want every girl that comes to the site to be able to create an avatar that fits their personal situation. So we're going to go ahead and do something, like this, and then different hair colors, the basic hair colors. And then of course we can throw some highlights in there if we want to. We can do different body shapes, body styles. We can even, for those that may be in a wheelchair, they can create an avatar too, a little wider, a little skinnier. We can go ahead and then decide what outfit or uniform that we want. We have lots of different GSUSA branded items, lots of different tops, as you see. So have fun with this. And I guarantee you that the girl, even though I say sometimes 5 to 7 minutes, if they're like my daughter, they'll try on outfits all day long. And then of course, leave them on the floor of their bedroom, clean it up later type of thing. But it's really fun to do. And they lots of different shoes to choose from. We added a whole bunch of different shoe choices that are fashionable, casual, even slippers of past year's mascots. And then we can accessorize our avatar with glasses and tiara, glasses with a tiara, a bow with glasses, and all sorts of different things, even including antlers from past year's mascots. So now we've made the avatar look like herself. Let me show you how easy it is to record a voice. Last year, every girl that recorded a voice for her avatar sold an average of 50% more sales. So all we do is we click the record now button, allow our system to access our microphone. And when we're ready to record our voice, simply hit the record. Hi, my name is Vicki, and we are trying to raise money for our troop here at Girl Scouts of NYPENN so that we can travel to Washington, D.C. to tour the White House. Will you please be supportive of me and our troop by buying yummy nuts and chocolates and magazines through the link found in the email I just sent to you? Thank you very much. Something like that. Now watch how easy this is. We close that out, and this is what the customers will see. Hi, my name is Vicki, and we are trying to raise money for our troop here at Girl Scouts of NYPENN so that we can travel to Washington. So you see how easy and fun that is? And every girl that did that last year sold an average of 50% more. Now we've only spent, what, 2 minutes total? And we're going to go ahead and go to our next step. I'm in a hotel with a very slow Wi-Fi right now, so I apologize. Our system is very fast. What it's doing is it's creating an avatar that is being placed in lots of different places while it goes on to step number 3, as we see down here. Now, why is that taking forever? There. Oops, system error. My apologies. That's only because the system must have timed out. Bear with me, everybody. There we go. So it goes on to step number 3. And look at that. We've earned a digital reward. I'll show you where those reside as well. Now, this is a step 3 that we can or cannot take advantage of right away. We can always come back to this. So we can upload a photo, we can upload a video or a video. And then we also see the personalized patch over here and the criteria that it takes to earn that patch. I'm going to skip this step and go to the 4th and final step to show you how easy this is. The last step is entering email addresses. We can enter email addresses one by one, just like you see here, or we can actually enter email addresses very simply by clicking on one of the icons at the top that relates to our address book. I use Outlook. So when I go ahead and click on Outlook, the system's going to go ahead and allow me to, once I've logged in, allow me to grab all of the email addresses in the system. I apologize. Grab all the email addresses in the system and display them right on my screen. So ours, all my email addresses. I can go ahead and deselect any of those email addresses and simply import with one more click of the button 333 email contacts that'll land right here in this page. But I'm going to not do that because that avatar will also show up and people will be wondering why I have my voice Anyway, so I'm then can launch my campaign. Once we have all the email addresses in there, let me make sure I point out one more thing. The girl delivery option next to each email address that you put in here, you can deselect girl delivery. So anybody that you do not want to be able to deliver the items to will not have that option through the email that is sent through the system. When they click on the storefront, all they'll get is the direct shipped option. Now, don't always unclick this just because somebody isn't geographically close to you, because time and time again, we see so many parents or grandparents and aunts and uncles and really close friends of the family buying items from the Girl Scout as just to be generous. They'll buy 5 or 10 items. Then they'll call them up and say, don't worry about getting those to me. When I come to visit you someday, I'll enjoy those if they still have them in your cupboard, but use them, entertain with them. They're my treat. Go ahead. And the girl can get a lot of orders. So now we can go ahead and launch our campaign and proceed. And our system offers the opportunity to then share on Facebook or Twitter or via text messaging. Our system builds the ad. So when you click on Facebook, for instance, they will build we will build the ad, and all they need to do is click post to Facebook. That was 2 clicks of the button to share the links to your parents' Facebook page or your Facebook. Ask the girls, allowing them to post it on your Facebook page, because it's your followers that are going to help and be supportive of that girl. Now I'm going to close that out and show you a couple more things here, and then end up answering any questions that you may still have. Our system, after you've shared the link to the storefront, be able to build the patch. Remember I said that the girls can design their own patch. Well, look how it changes with the choices I make. Can have her first name at the top, her nickname, or her initials. Can have the avatar stay in the outfit or switch over to a wetsuit or a swimsuit, and then maybe switch over to the other background. Once we've decided and designed the patch the way we like it, we can go ahead and add our address. Now, this is where I want to make sure everybody understands. We do not do anything with the email addresses or the physical addresses as far as sell them for marketing purposes, sell them for profit. We don't sell them at all. We have agreed and abide by our agreement to only use them to benefit the girl and the troops and the council in this program only. So nothing ever gets sold. Once you put in the address, you can save the information, and our system is going to display the envelope that the patch will arrive in your mailbox after the girl meets the criteria and the patch has been created. Confirm that information. And then what's going to happen after that is we get to land on our dashboard. I'm going to point out a few really cool features on the dashboard. And look at that. I just earned another digital reward for sharing on Facebook. So the dashboard is where they're going to land when they sign in every time thereafter. We're going to have our avatar in the upper left-hand corner. And to the right of the avatar is a progress towards our goal. I want to point this out for all of you to understand, because the girls are probably going to reach their goal in the first few days of this program when the emails go out, customers buy. So ask them to maintain visual, ask them to understand how far they are along compared to their goal. Because if they reach their goal in the first few days and then somebody comes to their website after they've reached their goal, what does human behavior tell us? That person may not buy anything or buy very little or not as much as they would have if the girl was still trying to reach her goal. The girl can easily go ahead and update her Girl Scout details by clicking the link right underneath her avatar, highlighting her goal, and then hitting update in the system. And when you do that, boom, it automatically updates right there. So there's the updated goal. Caregivers with more than one Girl Scout that want to create another site, they can click on add another Girl Scout right underneath the avatar and down here in the +1. And then after they've created another campaign without having to log out and log back in, they can simply toggle back and forth by clicking the icon that says your Girl Scouts. We will display all the campaigns and you'll select the Girl Scout whose campaign you want to display on the screen. Now, remember when I told you, and Todd told you as well, all of the order card sales need to be put in the system by November 1st. You can simply do that by clicking on Manage Paper Orders. And there's all the items in order of the order card for you to go ahead and type in how many you've sold. Now, what I always say is, let's say the girl goes out on weekend number 1 and she sells 5 of everything. She puts that into the system and then she hits update. And when she does, congratulations, look at that, 85 nuts. Now, let's say she goes out on weekend number 2 and sells 3 more of everything. What she does is she clicks and she sees that this is running total. She changes the 5 to the 8 and all of a sudden, and then she hits update, and just like that, we are up to 115 items sold. And then we want to go back into nuts and chocolates and go ahead and make our goal 200 items, 200 items, and update that, and then land back here. So that's how easy it is. It's always going to be a running total of what she sold on the order card all the way through October or November 1st. She can click on the email icon and see all the email addresses that she entered in the system, add more contacts anytime, as well as see the status of the emails that were sent through the system, whether the customer opened them or whether they purchased something. If you get a red triangle, that means that the email address entered is not correct. You can simply highlight it and type in the correct email address from there. Another icon you can click on is a reporting icon. So you can see all of the different reports, all the details of how well she's doing, every criteria over here, how many emails sent, how many shares, so that you know our system, everything's tracked in here and the rewards are rewarded accordingly to all the information in our system. So we want to make sure that we have 18 emails listed here. We want to make sure that that says at least 1 share so that we can earn that personalized patch when our total sales gets up to $325. The door hangers, the business cards, and the video campaign can all be accessed through the icon. You can touch on personalized patch and update our personalized patch, our avatar. We can see our avatar room and see which digital rewards we've earned, which ones we still can earn by clicking on the question mark and seeing what it takes to earn each digital reward. We can click on the troop photo and see all of the avatars that our troop leaders have created, as well as the avatars that the girls in our troop have also created, so that we can see how creative and fun everybody has been. When this comes up for troop leaders, when this comes up on your screen, and it's only going slow because I'm in a hotel where it looks like everybody has come back from work today and is accessing the Wi-Fi, so it's going a lot slower than it will in your own home. But when all the avatars are up here, troop leaders, you can download this photo, you can bring it to your troop meeting, and you can show the troop all the avatars that have been created so far. There may be some girls that have yet to participate, and they may ask, how do I get my avatar up on that troop photo? And then you can simply say, well, 5 to 7 minutes, gsnutsandmags.com/gsNYPENN, and you too can have your avatar show up on the troop photo. This is taking a little longer to generate from here, and I don't want to slow everybody down, but basically it is a collage of all the different avatar faces that were created in the system for that troop. I want to exit out of that, get back to the turn to the dashboard. It's supposed to go back. It's going to go back at some point here, I hope. Apologize if you can. It's no, we got a little, there we go. Okay, my apologies. It was just the slow Wi-Fi. We can access the physical rewards by clicking on the physical rewards icon and seeing all the physical rewards that are available. You can see the banner across the top, the criteria that it takes to earn it, as well as every single physical reward available to the girls and what it takes to earn them. When the girls reach a level, for instance, where there's a choice, that we will display the 2 choices and the ability for the girl to make their choice. When they reach that level, our system will send them a reminder that you've reached a level where you need to make a reward choice. Please log into your dashboard and make that choice. And we'll keep reminding them so that they don't forget to be able to do that, because we want those girls to be able to choose the rewards that they've earned. Lastly, I want to touch on, they can share their site throughout the program simply by clicking on this icon at the bottom. Facebook allows 1 share per 24 hours. You can also update your profile, and then the girls can see the top sellers in real time in their troop. And hopefully maybe that will be a motivator for them to want to get their avatar seen by the rest of their troop comrades. And that is truly the system. So I'm going to leave it up here and I will hand it back to Jacqueline and see if there are any unanswered questions that any of you would like. But thank you for letting me be a part of your evening, along with Todd, to be able to help show you the system, the yummy nuts and chocolates, and wish you a great program.
Wow, this was so great. Every time I hear these trainings, I get just more and more excited about the program starting. So just to go over a few things, the images and the rewards that Doug was just going over do not belong to our council. So I got excited. I'm like, oh, they have different things than we do. So it was just an example. You will see our rewards on the page once the site is live for everyone to access. And just remember, starting tomorrow, because we also have caregivers and volunteers on this call, volunteers in troops and service units will gain access tomorrow to the site. And then starting October 1st, after the parent PAEC, the caregiver email, we'll just call it that. We'll just call that. Once the leader activates that email on October 1st, then girls will gain access. If by chance the volunteer does not have time to do it on the 1st, the girls will get access that very next day on October 2nd. So it'll be great. And also I just wanted to let you know that the product program team at NYPENN will be doing daily uploads Monday through Friday of any newly registered girl. So if a girl misses the upload, she will be added shortly thereafter on the next day to get added to the site. But don't forget, like Doug mentioned, she can activate her own site on her own. And then once we upload her, everything will merge and everything will go as planned. I don't really see many questions that I missed. I have a girl in the troop whose parents don't want to use the digital stuff. Can I, as a leader, select stuff? Yes, the rewards calculate automatically. And because Doug was using a different council site, they have options that have ors, like they could pick A or B. NYPENN does not have any or options. So pretty much if she sells X dollars, that's the reward that she gets. There isn't an or option. So that should be super easy for the leader to take care of for that girl. Any other questions? For traditional sales on the sales cart, where do the funds get turned in? So any money that is calculated or that is collected for items sold on the paper order form, because it's a prepaid program, will get turned into your leader. And then the leader will make the deposit into the troop account, and then they will be able to keep the proceeds from there in the troop account.
Let me touch on one more thing. Any girls that are returning to the system after participating last year, when they get to the 4th and final step of that emails, all the emails they entered last year that resulted in at least one order will be waiting for them this year. So girls that come back every year typically sell an average of 66% more because those customers are already in the system.
And magazines are only available online.
That's correct.
Yep. The whole email process is, an optional process. Girls do not have to activate their online store. It is an optional thing. It is highly recommended that girls do utilize that because A, they can collect payments online without collecting cash. Customers can order product for girl delivery as well as direct ship for the additional products that are available online. So again, if you don't have a girl that has an email or access to a computer, again, that part of the program is optional. Treats, Reads, and More is a completely different program than the cookie program. They are completely separate. They are separate entities, separate vendors, separate websites, but they are programs that NYPENN generate for the troops to for their money earning activities. People who do we give a bank account, a troop bank account information to for the ACH payment? You would give that to your membership support manager. And Sharon, yes, money is collected at the time of order taking. That has not changed.
I had my question skipped. I believe I was asking if there was any possible way that, if with permission, if you can set up like not like a booth, like a cookie booth, obviously, because these are obviously different, but set up like a way where girls can, you know, if they have permission from like a local restaurant or something, and ask, you know, if anybody would be interested. Just because I have some scouts that do not have the support from their parents to do emails, or, you know, are able to do that kind of stuff. Honestly, the old school way would probably be the best way, but only with the support from their troop leaders.
So yeah, so your connection is a little bit coming in and out, but I think I understood what you said, that you're asking if they could do a booth sale with the product. Is that correct?
Yes, in
Okay.
a way.
Yeah, so it's a little different though than it is with cookies. So because it's a prepaid program, the funds you would have to, let's say, be prepared to have this product, I don't want to say paid for upfront, but you have to order the product, and then when you sell it, you'll have to pay for it. Like, how am I wording this? I'm not wording it the right way. You can order the product, but there's no way to, let's say, transfer it. It's not like the cookie program, like it's a one and done program. So you really have to be careful how much you order. I wouldn't order all 15 items because that's a lot to have at a booth sale. I would stick with the top 5 or 6 items, like that that Todd went over with the top items. I would stick with those top few pieces there to have customers pick from that, but definitely would not do all of them. So we can definitely help you with that if you want to go in that route. And yes, you can take checks for customers. Any other questions? No? All right. Well, I thank everybody so much for this. This was great. We had a huge turnout tonight. We had almost 200 people on the call, which is awesome. That's a good sign for this season. If anybody has any further questions tonight, you can always reach out to our customer care team at info@gsnypenn.org. I also want to let everybody know that our NYPENN website is fully up to date with everything you need to know for this fall program. So if you need the opt-out form, if you need a caregiver agreement, just pretty much anything for the program is on our website. So I'm looking forward to seeing how this program takes off this season. I want to say thanks so much to Todd and Doug for joining us tonight, and everybody who took the time as well. I know that it's very difficult with being back to school. There's curriculum nights and all that stuff. So thank you for spending the evening with us, and we will talk very soon.
Hey, Jacqueline, it's Ray. I just wanted to say thank you to you guys. You guys did an awesome job. I am watching from my school parking lot because I had a curriculum night tonight, but I caught most of this, and it was awesome as normal.
Yeah, everyone did great. They did great. Got a really good support team with these guys. All right. Thanks so much, everybody, and we will talk soon. Have a great night.
Good luck, everybody.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Good luck.